Hey everyone, this is Rachel, host of Furlongs and Horses, and this is a bit of a very special announcement that I wanted to make. Um, First off is that I'm still looking for people for the Belmont Roundtable. That is going to be more than likely June 5th, which is the Thursday before the Belmont. And we'll basically talk about whether California Chrome can get the win or not. The time for that will more than likely be about 3 o'clock Eastern or 4, depending on how many people can do it or what. If you're interested, you can contact me through Twitter on Furlong Drive. That's actually the way that I would prefer you contact me, or my email, which I talked about in my last video. However, a big reason why, and really the only reason why that I am doing this audio video is that for my other project, and this is actually has to do with the 7th of June as well. I have actually started a new blog for the Breeders' Cup. If you're not familiar with the Breeders' Cup, it's basically the end of the year championship for elite horses in US and Canada. Of course, sometimes we get Europeans, South Americans, Japanese come as well, but more than likely it's mainly US, Canada, and Europe. This year's editions are going to be on October 31st, so Halloween, and November 1st, so that Friday and Saturday, at Sanina Park in Arcadia, California, where it's been held the past couple years or so. There are 13 races that are going to be run over the 2 days. Biggest one is the Breeders' Cup Classic, and that will be the last race on Saturday. In order to fill the spots for these races, the Breeders' Cup has come up with what are called win and you're in races. Basically, they are what they say they are. You win the race, you're into which division it goes to. Like the Metropolitan Handicap, or the Met Mile, as it's affectionately called because it's a mile race, goes in the dirt mile. That being said, several of the horses who might be pointing to the race could also go in the Classic. Another example is the Summer Stakes, which is up in Canada. A lot of times they have fillies that run in that race. That's actually a juvenile turf win in your end. However, a couple of years ago, actually I think it was last year, a filly won the race and she had to move her win in your end to the juvenile fillies turf. So I think it depends on the situation, but it's easier to win a race in that division and then go in that race. And so that leads to me to what my blog is, and it's called The Road to the Breeders' Cup, which is not the most original name for a blog, but one that works in this case. And you can find it at roadtothecupblog.blogspot.com, and I'll have a link, of course, in the down bar, and I'll repeat it again when I'm done. But what my plan is for this blog is to write up previews and recaps for all the win in your end races, plus a couple of races that are not win in your end, but will be significant races for the Breeders' Cup. Included in these are the Travelers, the Delaware Handicap, which used to be a win in your in, but it's no longer because of its Grade 1 status now. Probably a couple Royal Ascot races, which are not winning your ins at the moment, and then a lot more. But that's going to be just one half of what the blog is going to be about. The other half is going to be at least 15. I'm hoping maybe more, maybe less, more likely less, video previews of the following races. So here we go. The Metropolitan Handicap, which, as I said, is the Met Mile. The Ogden Phipps. Both of these races are actually going to be on the Belmont undercard. That's why I say it kind of has to do with the 7th as well. With talking about the Belmont. But those previews will most likely go up either on the 5th or the 6th, depending on what time we finish the roundtable and such like that. But other than those two, I also have Stephen Foster, the Shoemaker Mile, the Gold Cup at Santa Anita. This was formerly known as the Hollywood Gold Cup. The Princess Rooney Handicap, the Smile Sprint Handicap, the United Nations Stakes, the King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Stakes, the Haskell Invitational, the Clement L. Hirsch Stakes, the Whitney Invitational Handicap, Arlington Million, Beverly D Stakes, International Stakes, Ballerina Stakes, Pacific Classic, Personal Ensign Handicap, Forgo Stakes, Irish Champion Stakes, Summer Stakes, the Talma Stakes, Canadian Stakes, Woodbine Mile, Super Saturday, which is basically the last major chance for horses to really be contenders or pretenders in the races. And there are two big cards, one at Belmont, one at Santa Anita. And then the following week is the Frizette, the Alcibiades, the Breeders' Free Charity, the Champagne. For some reason, it's not on my list, but I know it's a win and you're in. The Turf Mile, the Prix de l'Opera, and the Spinster. So I might have more, I might have less. We'll see how many videos I actually do. But I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. So once again, you can find the blog at roadtothecupblog.blogspot.com. That's roadtothecupblog.blogspot.com. And I hope to see you all for the roundtable on June 5th. If there's not a roundtable, then you'll see 3 videos either on the 5th or the 6th, previewing the Belmont, the Met Mile, and the Phipps. So until then.